All right, I'm Brandon Green, and I did my internship here at Concord University in the business office. I did it under Vicky Blankenship, who's actually in the room with us, so got the added pressure of my boss being here too. But the organizational structure here at Concord is the CEO is actually President Aloya, so to speak, would be the CEO. The CFO would be Dr. Charles Becker, and under Dr. Becker is EJ Cahill, who is the controller. She also had an intern this semester who presented last week, for those of you that were here last week. But under EJ, you have Gary Hilton, who is the purchasing agent, and Erin Clark is under Gary. She does P-card procurement. And also under EJ is Libby Webb, who does accounts payable, Vicky, accounts receivable, and Andrea Webb, who does payroll. Under Vicky, which is where I'm at, you also have Angie Taylor, who does daily revenue accounting and works with the daycare. And Sarah Hampton and Debbie Rhodes are the cashiers of the business office. That's probably who you deal with if you're here at Concord. You know, you got to pay tuition, pay a fee, tech fee, lab fee. Chances are you're going to deal with one of those two ladies. But it's a pretty relaxed structure around here. Everybody's real friendly. Everybody knows each other really well. So I kind of just hopped in, and everybody just kind of took me under their wings and was very friendly. And any questions I had, they answered them. They didn't care to take time out of their day to teach me anything or to help me do something. So anybody that would be looking for an internship, I know it's already been filled for the fall, but definitely if you're looking for an internship, you should look into the business office because it's a valuable experience. Some of the things I did for Concord is revenue recognition. Determined the appropriate accounts for transactions based on a weekly payment report. So I took the report that had all the payments from the week and just had to determine what accounts they went in and where the money was actually supposed to go. Also entered the revenue and the refund transactions into the university's accounting software, which was really neat because it takes care of the double entry for you. You just have to do one entry and it takes care of the double entry accounting that is required. I also monitored and tracked and recorded deferred revenue. I entered the deferred revenue into the software as well and determined the appropriate accounts that came with and entered the cash when it was received. Did a budget projection and analysis. We projected the current year's revenue to determine if we were going to be able to meet the projections and to see what revenue was coming in and make sure we were getting everything that we were supposed to. Payroll, did a lot of payroll. I did payroll every month actually for reconciling the transactions, the net pay, the withholdings, the liabilities, taking out everything that comes out for your taxes, comes out for Social Security, all that, workers' comp, life insurance for the employees that get life insurance. I had to take care of all that and keep track of it and then add it up at the end of the fiscal year. Also invoiced the appropriate entities for payroll services provided and keeping track of also Concord, but also the Research and Development Corps here at Concord as well, because they are actually two separate entities, which I didn't know that until I started my internship. Worked with accruals, calculated end of the month accounts, receivables in the dual accounting system, and also did scholarship invoicing, which was a big thing for me. I reallocated all the scholarships based on certain criteria they had, such as the scholarship from admissions, and took it and matched it up with a scholarship from the foundation, which is alumni paying for scholarships, and they want specific criteria like from a certain place, certain GPA, certain major, and took that and found the students that met those criteria and switched their scholarships around. That way Concord didn't have to pay for it and the alumni did, and we didn't lose the money coming in from the alumni. And I ended up overall saving Concord over $100,000 for the fiscal year of 2012. So that was my big thing for this semester. And one of the big things how this relates to classes that you'll take is government and not-for-profit accounting. You take about 2 months in government not-for-profit working on just university accounting and how you have to take certain funds And they go to, you may have different funds within your system, like we have all kinds of funds, but they all got to combine into just a few funds that go straight to the government. So that's a big thing, changing it around and making sure that the right funds from the school go into the correct funds with the state of West Virginia. That way they're not calling and complaining and being like, where's this money? Why is it here? It should be here. So that's another thing. Accounting information systems was a big part of it. If you take accounting information systems, you learn how to use certain programs, and almost all accounting programs are very similar. So if you can learn how to get through with just one, it's easy to learn and to figure out how the other ones work, because they are all very similar. And business productivity software, big class. Excel, knowledge and experience in Excel is priceless. I've used Excel, I think, every day this semester for my internship. I've been either putting transactions into Excel or adding up and making it to where you change the salary in 1 month, it changes for the whole year. So having a knowledge and just experience in Excel is priceless for just about any job, because you'll be using it a lot. So, does anybody have any questions?
How many students will be working there in the summer and fall?
I know that 2 have already been filled. I don't know if they'll be accepted anymore. I know the ones that we had this semester have already been filled. I think 1 for the fall and maybe 1 for the summer. So there might still be 1 open in the fall with EJ. So if anybody's looking for an accounting internship, EJ will probably be looking for an intern in the fall.
This has become a very predictable source of internships.
And it's very, very useful to get this experience. Looking for a resume, an internship is priceless, because that's experience, and all employers want experience. I've learned that trying to find a job this summer as an accountant, and that you get more looks if you have experience.
Any other questions for Brandon? Thank you. We've observed